Our top story, Southeast Asia is reeling from relentless rains, floods and landslides, with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia and Vietnam facing their worst disasters in years. The death toll has crossed 1,100, prompting massive military deployments and urgent appeals for aid as communities struggle to cope with the devastation.
Relentless rain, flooding and landslides have left Southeast Asia grappling with one of the deadliest natural disasters in recent years, with Indonesia, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Malaysia and Vietnam facing their worst disasters in years as the death toll crossed 1,100 mark on Monday. The hardest hit Sri Lanka and Indonesia deployed military personnel to help survivors. In Indonesia, the death toll from devastating floods and landslides triggered by cyclonic rains has reached 600, with over 500 still missing on Monday. Rescue teams and residents in Indonesia's West Sumatra battled to clear roads blocked by mud and debris, while improving weather revealed the scale of disaster, with some residents trying to salvage valuable items like documents and motorcycles from their damaged homes. The country's disaster management agency said more than 28,000 homes have been damaged in Indonesia and 1.4 million people affected. Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto visited the three affected provinces on Monday and praised residents for their spirit in the face of what he called a catastrophe. The government has sent 3 warships carrying aid and 2 hospital ships to some of the worst hit areas, where many roads remain impassable. In Sri Lanka, the government called for international aid and used military helicopters to reach people stranded by flooding and landslides triggered by cyclone Ditwa, as the death toll passed 355, with another 370 still missing. In Thailand, the death toll slightly rose to 176 on Monday from flooding in 8 southern provinces that affected about 3 million people and led to a major mobilization of its military to evacuate critical patients from hospitals and reach people marooned for days by floodwaters. In the hardest hit province of Songkhla, where 138 people were killed, the government said 85% of water services had been restored and would be fully operational by Wednesday. Prime Minister Anutin Charnvirakul has set a timeline of 7 days for residents to return to their homes. In neighboring Malaysia, 11,600 people were still in evacuation centers, according to the country's disaster agency, which said it was still on alert for a second and third wave of flooding. The devastation in these Southeast Asia countries follows months of adverse and deadly weather, including typhoons that have lashed the Philippines and Vietnam and caused frequent and prolonged flooding elsewhere. Scientists have warned that extreme weather events will become more frequent as a result of global warming. Dheeraj Das's report for DD India.